Hi everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We think that we're a bit more normal today. So welcome to our third day out of time, which is related to the seed of the element ether. So today, related to the ether, to put you in context, ether is a name to the um, that refers to the essence of something that is taken by a chemical reaction, which is like an alcohol. So the best example to explain this is, for example, when you make a perfume. So when you make a perfume, this alcohol kind of take the essence of a flower, and you can smell the flower even if you don't see the flower. So you can relate that there is something that you know even if you don't see it. So the ether is related to this essential reality, this subtle reality from different levels of consciousness and dimensions that you kind of feel what it is, but you cannot experience in matter. This is why the fifth element, which is the ether, is the one that tries to explain how the other elements and the entire creation is made out of it. Because in the world of the ideas, the ether is the essence, the perfume of existence, from which the other ones are manifested. So in spirituality, we hear a lot about the concept ethereal or etheric, because what we are referring to um, is the multidimensional reality where everything is just in essence. It's like the mind that you cannot touch. That is like the idea of how things should be, and then they must manifest in our realities. So the etheric reality would be the one that describes these essential dimensions, like if the universe is a perfume, it's the essence of many flowers that gives you an idea of how things could be. So then in the reality, you can experience that and live that. So that's basically what ether is. That is much more related to an alcohol that allows you to take the essence of the things. So, for example, the example for today related to the octahedron is that the octahedron is the seed, and it represents the ether because when you see one seed, you can imagine and acknowledge that there is a tree inside, that you will be able to see the branches, that you will be able to see the leaves, the fruits, new seeds, and so on. But all of that as an idea is inside a seed. So this concept embodies the ether of what it can become. So we can have two concepts from this element through time and through space. So we can speak about the ether as the essence of all the physical things in the space, and we can call about eternal related to the time, the infinite time, something that is impossible to measure. So what we work today is the concept of this element that represents the essence, the idea that allows everything to exist through the other four elements. This is why we call the ether the fifth element or the quintessence. And the reason why the ether is so important for us is because we humans are the only animals that can be related straight with the ether, because it's the one that allows us to manifest the world of ideas into our reality, as Plato used to say. So this is why this element is the one that invites us to manifest our world of ideas and to download it into action here as a physical thing. So for sure, if you have read about Plato and the way of seeing the elements, you will see that the octahedron is related with air, not with ether, but we are following the Atlantean calendar, the Atlantean vision. So they had a different point of view of how elements are manifested in geometry. So I want to share, before we start with alignment, an idea that the priest today said in the temple of Edfu, the temple of the god Horus. That I guess is interesting point of view to see how we can download this ether in our realities a través de la imaginación. So one of the things that this verse said was that we humans, in between all the multidimensional beings that are aware of themselves, we are one of those who can bend time and space because of imagination, because of our life. Y una de las cosas que decía es que, so first thing to understand is that when we look for the alignment, for the enlightenment, we usually look outside. But one of the things he said was that actually the things that shine by themselves didn't found the light outside looking for something in the path, but they found it inside, because it's the pressure of the gravity that makes a star, a sun, shine. It's not something from the outside. So an interesting thing and point of view of this is to understand that to find the light and the enlightenment, we usually think that it's about something expanded and subtle in the universe, but actually the things that really shine in the universe are because the matter, the chemical components, the pressure of gravity in the atoms are so compressed. They live through a process of fusion that makes them so compressed to one another that this gravity makes light. So it is because of that gravity, of that weight, that really something gets enlightened. So one of the concepts that he was sharing is that our usual mistake related to light and enlightenment is that we think that light is subtle and everything is flying around because we perceive how light comes from the sun, which is the skies, and we think that the skies is subtle. But actually, the light is not coming from the air, it's coming from the sun, and the sun shines because of the weight, the gravity, the pressure. So light is not subtle, light is heavy. So because of this, he said to us, if you want to shine by yourself, the first thing you have to do is to figure out within which is the heaviest burden that you have in your life within your soul. What is the deepest heavy that you have within and that you hide in the shades. So the advice that he gave to us is to find out this burden, this heavy, and put it inside in the core of the soul, and start to attach to it all the other heavies that you have inside your soul, your body, everything, and push them, crush them all together until it's so much pressure that for the atoms, the molecules, there is no other option but to shine. So essentially what he said is the things that we usually want to get rid of, like the heavies, the burden, are actually the things that makes us shine. So when we want to get rid of these burdens in order to get enlightened, what we are doing is to lose the main core that makes you really shine. So actually, the good things that we have come to do, the mission, the purpose that we have come to do to this world, are born essentially from the most deepest and hardest part from ourselves, from within. So actually, what his advice is go to therapy and find out what is the biggest weight of your soul. And when you do it, don't get rid of it. Don't look for healing. Just position that where it belongs. Put it in the center and give it a purpose of absorbing all the ether, the ideas, to create as much pressure as possible so it doesn't have other option but to shine. So I cannot give you an advice exactly of an example because there are millions of suns and stars, and each one does it in a different way according to its chemical composition. So, así que descúbranlo. So figure it out. I was asking my higher self if it's time to make the alignment. Cerramos los ojos, estemos cómodos. Sit comfortable. When you feel comfortable, close your eyes. We concentrate on our breathings. As I take deep breaths, I softly start to move every joint of my body in tiny circles, becoming aware of my physical body, acknowledging that I am here and now. I can start move my spine in circles, looking for an axis like the earth. Slowly movements. I can feel as if I am dancing very slow dance. Softly, I start to caress the energy around me as I move my body from one side to another, feeling the visible aspects of my energy, acknowledging the invisible part of me. I can feel how, with my physical body, I can recognize and touch my invisible body. I can feel the heat around, which is the essence of my body, expanding through my skin towards the space. I become aware that as my physical body is the manifestation of my past, my etherical body is the intention of my future. En tanto acaricio, as I caress my etherical, invisible body around, I acknowledge that this reality holds in the invisible every project, idea, emotion, feeling that is yet to come. I can see now that my physical body is the manifestation of my history, is the seed of all past. With the intention of becoming something new in the future, keeping all the potential of my tree. I try to find now the biggest gravity within me. What is the biggest weight of my history that holds me back, that gives a meaning of my existence, that gives a reason to my body to be willing to survive? The biggest gravity. And I see this world of ideas, of projections towards the future, flying around, falling down to this black hole. I open myself to perceive the world of ideas through imagination, feeling all that I might become, all those things that I am willing to be, all the realities that shall be me. Lo que espero poder realizar y ser. I project myself acknowledging what I would love to be, what I would love to become. I observe myself in the future, in my imagination. I observe the ideas that I expect from me. I observe and feel how all these thoughts and ideas of me are spread in the multidimensionality, in the planes that I call ethereal. The planes of essence. I take deep breaths as I see and observe all this. Softly, I use my hands to grab all the things in the ethereal planes, all the ideas that I have of me becoming something, and I bring them to my heaviest spot of gravity within, so I can bring the world of the ideas into the matter to anchor heaven on earth. And from the center, from the core, I irradiate the light of this gravity, shining from the point of enlightenment like a sun. In the ethereal realm. I become here and now in my own future. En lo eterno, I take a deep breath and recognize the ethereal in the eternal. I am an essential being. I am ether. Yo soy eterno. I am eternal. Aquí y ahora. Here and now. Eterno. Eterno. Take a deep breath and taking your hands to your heart, feel this eternal, ethereal reality within. From me, everything emerge. I am ether and eternal. Yo soy. I am. Take a deep breath. And each one at its own time, come back here and now. Thank you everyone for being here another day, and see you tomorrow at the same time to begin with the fourth day out of time. Gracias. Thank you.